What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be speaking about the signing of Kalvin Phillips for Manchester City from Leeds United for a fee to be believed around £45 million. Today we're going to be talking about what Kalvin Phillips can bring to Manchester City, what Manchester City can do for the progress of Kalvin Phillips, and also going to be having a good general discussion about this signing for Manchester City. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 26,000 subscribers now here on the JSGC channel, now less than 600 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. I am doing daily Manchester City transfer content for you guys to enjoy, so make sure you have subscribed to stay up to date first and fast on YouTube every single day with the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. This is an announcement signing, so as always the aim is high, 1,000 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts welcoming Kalvin Phillips to Manchester City in the comments below. Lastly, this video is too big not to be sponsored, and it is, and it's brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check that out, then the link to that is in the description below. It's a free app to download. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, as well as the latest scores, statistics, live league tables, all your good footballing needs, as well as all the latest transfer news this summer, not just for Manchester City, but for everybody around the world. It's one place of where I get the source of my information from. Go and check that out if you haven't done so already. So let's crack on then with this video. Let's talk first about the fee that Manchester City are paying Leeds United. Kalvin Phillips, he's a homegrown player. That comes with a premium. Premier League proven. That comes with a premium. So the fact that Manchester City have managed to nab Kalvin Phillips for less than £50 million here, to me, is a good deal for Manchester City. It's also a good deal for Leeds United as well. They've got very close to £50 million, £45 million, which I'm sure they're going to reinvest in their squad as they're going to try and push to the next level. They, of course, managed to avoid relegation. Otherwise, this probably would have been a little bit more straightforward of a transfer for Manchester City to get sorted. That isn't the case, and because of that, they've stayed up and they've now got money in the bank that they can use to invest. They're more than likely going to be selling Rafinha. That could be done by the time that this has been announced. It might not have been done, I'm not too sure. It's not that clear, but they are going to be accumulating a lot of money, so it is very important now for Leeds that they do invest this money, they invest it wisely, and they invest it in their squad to try and stabilise themselves in the Premier League. The last thing they want is to be selling some of their best players and then all of a sudden, bam, they get relegated and they're back to square one. They do not want that, and so it's very important that Leeds United do go out there and they do invest this money around their squad. They can pick up, what, £45 million? You're looking at 2-3 quality players to bring into their squad, including trying to bring in a replacement for Kalvin Phillips in that holding defensive midfield role. Now, speaking of holding defensive midfielders, moves us nicely onto what Kalvin Phillips is going to bring Manchester City and why we are spending £45 million here to bring a player into our club. Kalvin Phillips, good with his feet, good with his ball knowledge, good with his tackling. He's an all-round good quality midfielder, and he's going to provide competitive competition there, not just for Rodri in defensive midfield. He's going to help us also in central midfield as well. If Man City are holding on to a lead with 5-10 minutes to go, they could readjust their team, and they could have Kalvin Phillips sitting in a more defensive role. They could have Rodri holding alongside him. Might sound a little bit more negative, but it may just shore things up at the back and in the middle of the park. And if there's a tackle that needs to be made, Kalvin Phillips isn't scared to get stuck in to make that happen. So it gives Manchester City that option. The only other option we've really had, whilst we've had Fernandinho here, we've never really seen him alongside Rodri. It's always been either Fernandinho covering in another position, or Rodri's having a rest and Fernandinho's playing. Whereas with Kalvin Phillips, he's got the energy there that I reckon we will be seeing him playing alongside Rodri at times this season. It also allows us to move one of Bernardo Silva or Kevin De Bruyne out wide if we need to, which would explain why Manchester City aren't really thinking about replacing both Gabriel Jesus and in particular Raheem Sterling if he does leave Manchester City. And that will be why we've got an extra central midfielder there that can help, that can push City further forward. It could be the fact that Phillips goes in defensive midfield and Rodri pushes further ahead, or it could be the other way around as well. There's lots of options here to be explored by Manchester City, and because City have acted quick here, we are going to have Kalvin Phillips available to us for the whole of pre-season. So City have acted quick with Haaland, they've acted quick here with Kalvin Phillips, and Chicky, in my opinion, in terms of the incomings, doing a very good job. And Kalvin Phillips, I'm excited to see him in a Manchester City shirt. I've said previously, do not let them June international fixtures for England cloud your judgment on just how good Kalvin Phillips can be. He is a wonderful football player. There's a reason why Manchester City is spending £45 million on him. That's because he is a good football player. As I always say with new signings, regardless of where they've come from, 2 seasons to adapt under Pep Guardiola, and hopefully Kalvin Phillips will get at least 2 seasons of Pep Guardiola, because Pep Guardiola's contract is up next summer and hopefully there will be an extension on that. So I just wanted to say a big warm welcome to Kalvin Phillips to Manchester City Football Club, the right football club in Manchester, wearing the famous sky blue of Manchester City, and I'm hoping he'll have a long and prosperous career. Hopefully he'll stay injury free for us, and hopefully we can see the best out of Kalvin Phillips, and he can see the best out of Manchester City, and he can go on to win the big trophies, including the Premier League, and hopefully that long, prestigious Champions League trophy which has evaded us so far. And hopefully Kalvin Phillips will help us to be able to achieve that goal to lift the big ears come next spring/summer. So there we go, that has been the video. Welcome Kalvin Phillips. Leave your welcome messages in the comments below. 1,000 likes, that's the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here, rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to enjoy. So make sure you have subscribed. Listen, 600 subs away from 26k now, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball. Link is in the description. It's a free app to download. Anyone that does download OneFootball using my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news throughout the summer for Manchester City, for Leeds United and everybody else from around the world. We'll also keep you up to date with the latest football scores, results, statistics, live league tables, live commentary and all your good footballing needs. It's well worth having. Go and check that out. Link is in the description. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. These sponsors, they keep these videos coming for you guys, so I would appreciate any interaction towards that, and I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City transfer video. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.